Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. Thought I would do a reveal of a bag that I just got today. Kind of a much anticipated one for me. I tend to buy classic Chanel bags, and this one's a seasonal flap. This one is part of the, I'm going to butcher this, but it's like the Métiers d'Art collection. So it came out over this summer. It's my understanding that it's part of the collection that's right before pre-fall. So it was something I saw on the website, and then my husband and I took a trip down to New Orleans, and there is a Saks in New Orleans that has an absolutely wonderful Chanel boutique. In case anybody was ever wondering, I love going down there to look at their Chanel products. I don't think they have a lot of traffic, so they tend to have a really good stock, and the staff is so nice. But anyway, without further ado, this is the bag that I got. It's the Coco Curve. And this is the smaller of the two. If you go onto the Chanel website, there is one that's bigger. I didn't see it, so I can't really testify to, what would fit in it and how big it is. And I think the website can be sort of misleading because on the website, this one looks so tiny, and it's really not. That's going to be one of my most favorite things about this bag is how much it fits, despite not really looking like it would fit a whole lot. But so anyway, this bag was purchased down in New Orleans, and when I went there, they had two other colors. They had it in a tan, and they also had it in kind of an orangey red. It wasn't my favorite red. I know everybody's always hunting for like these true red colors from Chanel. I would definitely not call it that. The tan was in close contention for me. I liked it a lot. Ultimately, though, I went with black because I was looking for something that I didn't have to worry about, and so far this bag has been awesome for that. I haven't had to worry about it at all. There is a size bigger, like I already mentioned. That's something that you can see on the website. So again, this is the smaller size. This bag was $3,000 even before tax. The bigger size, I believe, is $3,300. And the material, the thing that's nice is when you can see these things online, I can tell you that the material is calf, goat skin, and then gold metal. This is kind of like an antique, brushed metal that you see on the exterior. The dimensions of the bag are, I think this is going to be across the widest part. These dimensions are listed on the website, but it's 8.3 inches by 5.5 inches, and then the depth is 2.8 inches. So for any of you that watch tons of these videos, the depth of the bag is a little bit bigger than a mini, like a square or rectangle mini. I think those hover right around like the 2-inch mark in terms of depth. And again, I bought the black because I really wanted just a really nice, like everyday, indestructible bag. And the thing that I'm most excited about is that I really think this is going to be a solid fall bag. Like, I just love the black. I love the fact that it has this kind of like the smooth leather on the front. Also this grained leather here underneath. It's very thin. It's not a puffy leather. So if you're looking for a puffy, caviar, this is not the bag for you. And then it also has the grained caviar on the back as well, which is just wonderful. And in case you guys were wondering, I've already used this thing probably 20 times since I've bought it, and this is the condition that it's in. It's already been rained on. I take public transportation every day. It's been through public transportation, and it's just like kicking ass so far. So that's kind of what it looks like. Already did the dimensions. As far as the straps are concerned, this is like a little arm strap. It doesn't carry through. That's been a question that I think a lot of people have had, is if you can double up this strap, and you can't. The reason for that is on the inside, you can see there are two loops. So like right here, that prevent the strap from making it through these grommet holes. So that's on purpose. I don't know if you could take them off and then worry about doubling the strap. I'm not sure. But then otherwise it has this big long strap, and this measures about 22 inches in length. So I've said this before on videos, but I'm 5'5", and it can easily be worn crossbody. I think it's actually really comfortable. as a crossbody bag, and then you can also do it as a shoulder bag. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of what it would look on somebody who's my height. So as far as my review of this bag so far, I've kind of gone through it a little bit. I love it. One, I love the fact that it's indestructible. I have no scratches on this thing yet, despite putting it through kind of a beating. I also think that it's a really good look for fall. I just love the black with this antique hardware. And I've had a lot of questions on whether this is enamel here, and it's not. It's leather inside of the CCs. So I just absolutely love kind of this like vintagey leather look. I totally see wearing this with like, you know, flannel and dark jeans, or I think you could really dress it up for like a night out. And I just think it's kind of edgy and at the same time sort of vintage and elegant and all of these things at once. So in all, this bag is a total pro for me. I guess my only complaint before we get into like what fits inside is I kind of wish that this came out more. I sort of wish you could double the strap. Not really a big deal. The one downside is if you were going to cover it as an arm bag, then you sort of have this giant 22-inch strap like hanging below the bag. So in all, love it. Extremely functional, and would definitely recommend it to people. As far as what fits inside the bag, and then I'm going to go into a couple other little Chanel tips for you guys. I have, so this is the inside. We have this cool vintagey plate here at the top. It has a zipper pocket, like right across the front. Nothing big. I think you could put paper materials in there. But what I've got is I have my little purple Chanel wallet that's been a feature of other videos so far because I love it. I have my mirror from J. Crew. That's this thing that I'm pushing on everyone as well. You can just pick them up for a couple bucks at J. Crew. I have a chapstick. I'm never without chapstick. And then I have a lipstick. And this is one of my favorites. I'll put the details below. But it's a Tom Ford. It's called Pussycat. And I think it's number 4. I didn't think that this was going to look good on me, and it really does. It's really a really great color. It's a matte lipstick. And that's all I've got in there right now, but it could also definitely fit a pair of sunglasses if you had them in a soft case. Essentially, it fits everything that I need if I'm just going to be like bouncing around. I don't think I'd use it as like a workhorse bag. Obviously, it doesn't fit that much, but it's impressive. It fits almost as much as probably a medium large classic Chanel flap, but it's so much smaller than that. I love its little compact size for that purpose. So that's what I've got in this bag right now. And then just a couple of little tips for you guys. So when you buy a Chanel bag, you get a product tag on the inside. If a bag is available online, you might be lucky enough to check out the product code. For this particular bag, and I'll put this in the video as soon as I'm editing it, the product number is A as in apple 93460, Y is in yellow 60730, and then 10601. So what that refers to, the A number is the style of the bag, the Y number is the type of leather that the bag comes in, and then the last code is the color code. So if you're interested in this particular bag, what I would recommend is you call 1-800-CHANEL. I'll put that number here when I'm editing the video, and connect to customer service. And you can ask them if there are any boutiques that have ordered this bag. They should be able to tell you if it comes in other colors as well, if they have the first two, the A number and the Y number. So give them a ring if you're interested in it. They can also probably tell you what department stores ordered the bag. They're not going to be able to look into inventory for that, but at least you can get sort of a lead on it. I kind of looked into this specifically because here, I bought this in New Orleans, like I said, and here in Chicago, neither the Chanel boutique or the Neiman Marcus, I believe in Northbrook or downtown on Michigan Avenue, ordered it. So for people who lived in Chicago that really wanted it, you know, unless you know this little trick of calling 1-800-CHANEL and having that product code available, you're a little bit SOL. You know, I don't know really another way to do it. So that's a tip. Another tip for you, in case you didn't know, is that, and I am not typically a fan of just opening store credit cards, but if you open a Saks card, so if you don't have one already, and you want a bag like this, or even if you want a more expensive bag like this, when you open a Saks card, you get 10% off your first purchase. So I ended up doing that with this bag. I got 10% off, and then because tax down in New Orleans, I think, is only 6% or so, this actually rang up for less than $3,000, which is the listed price. So, you know, you only get to do that once with Saks, and I wouldn't like waste your opening of a credit card on something small. So if you are contemplating a bag and it's something that you can find at Saks, then I would, that's something that's floating out there that I would always recommend. So anyway, this is my little review of the Coco Curve. I think it's a definite yes. I love it. I've used it a ton. It's great. Love this little pocket on the back. I have just some business cards in there right now. It's not big. And I don't think it would hold a phone, although the bag itself holds the phone. Here, we'll try it really quick. So here is my phone. It's a giant iPhone 6. It's definitely not going to go, yeah, so there's no way. Phone, though, can definitely fit in. And I'm sorry, iPhone 6 Plus, it's the big one. But can fit in easily, no big deal there, lengthwise. So I know people are always worried with the smaller Chanel bags whether it's going to fit. Giant iPhone, you never want to be smashing these things full of stuff. But anyway, in all, it's a great bag. I hope you like my video. Please feel free to comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. I'm also in a new setup, so hopefully this will work out a little bit better. Have a great weekend.